So you get to this place in your life where the last thing you do at night is check your phone. It could be for the 200 to 300th time, according to some research. You check your phone and you have your last messages on social media, your last texts. You check in with various forms of interaction with you and the rest of the world. You like things, you respond to stuff, and then finally, sometimes reluctantly, you don't even switch the phone off, although a lot of people I think do. You switch it to standby and it's on alarm to wake you up in the morning. You may be one of the increasing number of people who also check your phone at night because alerts are still on. They either vibrate or the light comes on. And actually 3 or 4 times in the night, instead of going for a visit to the loo, you go on a visit into the internet. And then you wake up in the morning and the first thing, of course, that happens is your phone goes off. There's a cool alarm noise. It could be your favourite music. It could be an annoying jingle that you've set to get louder and louder just to make sure you get up. You might snooze it. Quite often now, the first thing you actually do once you've switched it off is you get back onto social media. And of course, the story continues. There are various responses to things that you actually responded to probably just before you went to bed. Now, the positive side of that is that this device actually is a really good thing for closure at night. You pick it up and you sort of close off various communications. It's a completion, and it's a bit like shutting the book on your day. You go off to sleep having dotted the I's and crossed the T's, and then when you wake up in the morning, it's about continuing the story. Before perhaps you even say good morning to your partner if they're next to you, you may even text downstairs to see if the coffee's on with someone else in the house who makes it, but you're in bed and you're back online. Now, there's quite a lot of evidence now that the process of doing that disturbs our sleep. Sleep is restorative. We're supposed to wake up refreshed, and whether you remember them or not, you dream and you process a lot of what's going on in your life. Now, you might just say, well, I do, and part of that, my life is my digital world, and it just goes into that process of sleep. But that disturbing element of this that we're finding out that can disturb your dreams, that can make your sleep fitful, that can actually make you toss and turn, because what you're actually doing is not closing off your day at all, but you're opening up unresolved issues and questions. There may be annoying comments, there might be challenges to you that aren't really the best things to happen to you just before you go to sleep. So what I'm suggesting isn't one or the other. If it works for you, if you enjoy it, and that particular positive element of closing your book on the day via your social media, via your digital life, well, perhaps it's about time for balance. Perhaps it's not good sense for you unless you really feel that you can take it to end your day with unresolved issues, with unresolved questions. Perhaps it might be better to create a healthier ritual for yourself. Here I am out in nature, here, and it could be that a little walk in the garden should be the last thing that you do at night, or just look out the window and check the weather, or look at the stars and the moon, and just do some breathing, some gentle breathing. A nice healthy hot drink if that suits you. But at least on some nights, particularly if you've had a very, very busy, difficult day, it might be better to get ready for sleep, and that your digital life might not be the best way to do that. More and more people are putting their phones downstairs or in another room and placing them to off, and just using an alarm clock if they need to wake up in the morning. It's not denying the digital world. What it's doing is it's affirming things that we've known for thousands of years. And that's not me being old-fashioned. That's just suggesting actually tens of thousands, maybe even since the beginning, the dawn of humanity being aware of itself in the world, that there are rhythms, and night is one of them. And sleep is a really important place to refresh. Whether there are digital devices or not, it's not good to go to sleep with an unresolved argument with a friend. Without digital stuff, just something that's happened downstairs or when we were meeting up with them earlier in the evening. It's better to reflect. It's better to let it go. It's better to breathe out the day. And the digital world quite often just helps you breathe in new content at the last possible moment before you go to sleep. There's so much of it. Some of it is really harsh, particularly on social media. Taking that into your sleep can affect your sleep. And over long periods of time, it might just affect your health.